sir. We are back. Okay. PG. Do you think that his injury will affect the Clippers in the playoffs?
I don't think the Clippers. For the past 3 years, I've been picking the Clippers to be something, and they turn out to be nothing. So
It's been a disappointment.
yeah,
It's been a disappointment. You sound like Skip Bayless right now when they got Russell Westbrook.
Yo.
I don't know, man. It's just you don't know what you're getting out of Kawhi. You can't get people on the field. I mean, on the court at the same time. I'm over that.
But they got Russ though. Russ had a big game the other night.
Rusty Westbrook? Nah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
PG going down is dangerous for them though, because now Russ is the
Right.
number 2 guy.
There he is, and it's OKC all over again.
The former MVP.
What's crazy about Russ is every person that he's played with, in some fashion, he's made them better.
Yeah.
But like Kevin Durant's best year statistically was with him
Russ.
outside of Steph.
Yeah.
Paul George, his best year was with Russ.
Yep.
Bradley Beal. But what happened in the Lakers is just pure scapegoat. They just needed somebody to blame because 18-8-8 in any year is great numbers.
You telling me George Hill didn't make Paul George better?
But if you're hitting the side of the backboards in 18-8-8, we got to blame somebody. We're not going to blame LeBron, and we're not going to blame street clothes. Russ is the scapegoat.
Yeah, I think it's major. It's because if the Clippers end up playing the Suns in the first round,
They're gonna get burnt.
You got Kawhi that's gonna guard KD, but then Paul George would have to guard Book, and that I think that would have been a great first round matchup. No,
5.
five.
Yeah.
Suns at 5.
Yeah.
I would say Suns at 4. Suns at 5. Suns at 5.
Suns at that's
5,
tough.
man.
That's tough. I'm listening.
Fully healthy, 6.
I'm still gonna
as
give
is 5.
Yeah, still gonna get Suns to give them the series.
Yeah,
That's gonna be tough, man. I was really hoping that we could have had Dallas versus the Suns in the first round, but Dallas might not even make the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't even want Dallas in there, man. The defense is so sorry. I just don't want. I don't even want to see him. I mean, you talking about a team that goes from 5 to 11 in 2 months.
Yeah.
After acquiring your man.
Yo,
Irving.
you know what's ill? And I'm a Kyrie fan, but it seems like everywhere Kyrie goes, man, the team just it falls apart, man. When he was with Boston, they went all the way to the finals. He comes back, and then that next year against the Bucks, they fell apart.
Got to rearrange the whole team. Got to get Kemba Walker.
He goes to Brooklyn. Granted, Kevin Durant was hurt, but it was just like, and I'm a Kyrie fan, man. I love watching him play, but it just seemed like I don't want to put all the blame on Kyrie because, in this instant, and if they don't end up making the playoffs, it's going to be on Jason Kidd, but it really shouldn't be on him. It should be on Mark Cuban.
But that's what I was going to say too. I'm not going to say that's Kyrie's fault because before they had defense.
Yes, and they got rid of it.
So that really is Mark Cuban's fault as far as making that call on getting in Kyrie. I mean, it's a superstar out there, but I'm just saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But Luka had to sign off on it too.
True.
And that's his fault too.
True.
So
if you want to be real, I mean,
I think it's enough blame to go around for everybody, but call me a conspiracy theories or whatever.
What's up?
And I do.
I think, yeah, I might be a little bit. I think Kyrie is just trying to manifest his way back to LeBron, man. He's going through every star in the league except Dame. That's what's left now. Dame, Ja, Jokic.
But let me ask you.
He's got to find his way back to LeBron.
But let me ask you this, right? If D'Lo plays well for the Lakers, there's not going to be no room for Kyrie.
You know what's crazy? In that D'Lo trade, the Lakers didn't even ask for him.
They added him in there.
They just like, you know what, we'll throw you in there too.
That's crazy.
They're like, take D'Lo too.
If the Lakers can make a strong push in the playoffs, make a run, what's stopping them for keeping D'Lo? He's cheaper. I don't know what his contract situation is, but
I'm sure he's cheaper.
Yeah, that for sure he's cheaper. But I don't know how many years he has left on his deal, and if they make a run with D'Lo, possibly it's a stretch, but possibly winning the championship. If they win the championship, Kyrie's not coming.
What if they do the 1-1 like KD did at the Warriors? Because KD's first year was a 1-1, and then the next year was a 1-1 with the player option, or 2-2 with the player option.
With Kyrie or D'Lo?
With Kyrie.
Well, they're definitely gonna be a one.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, Kyrie wants a long-term deal though. He doesn't want to do the 1-1 because if that's the case, he would have stayed with Brooklyn.
He didn't want to be in Brooklyn, period, because they didn't back his.
But I think going forward though, at this point in junction, it's all 1 year deals.
With Kyrie.
Yeah.
That's how. That's
just
what I'm
think
saying. 1-1 rental.
Right. And I think that's the option that's going to be out there for most teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's, why we want to commit ourselves to 4 years with you, not knowing what day you want to flip out. Not saying that, that's what'll happen, but
yeah.
With the circumstances that happen on different teams, you can't blame GMs and them for thinking that.
So speaking of a 4-year commitment, do you think Austin Reeves is going to get a contract?
AR is about to get that.
They better.
Bag.
They better.
AR, yeah.
AR is about to make 15 plus a year.
Yeah, they better.
That bag.
Now, out of all the Lakers trade pieces, the one piece that I like the most is that kid Vanderbilt. Vando, yeah. I like his game, man. Yeah, he's not flashy. He's one of those tough defensive guys
right.
that don't require the ball on offense, but he's gonna give you everything he can on defense.
Yeah, he's gritty.
A player like that, it's been a while since LeBron had somebody like that to play with. That he's gonna pick you up, and he's length. He has length.
Yeah.
Hear me out. He's Trevor Ariza, young Trevor Ariza.
Young Trevor,
yeah.
But see, Trevor
3-and-D length. Can guard the perimeter.
Yeah, Trevor was way better offensively though.
Yeah, he was.
With all due respect,
I'm saying Trevor was all right, man.
That's what I'm saying. With all due respect,
okay,
he reminds me of a young Trevor.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But I agree though.
Yeah,
because that's the first person I thought of. I said, well, he's basically what Trevor Ariza was when the Lakers got that first championship.
Right.
Yeah, the Kobe, yeah.
A long, athletic wing defender.
Mobility, energy.
Guard multiple defenders.
Can switch here and there.
Yes.
Can explode one night, or he can hit a lot of threes, or just slash, transition. He's a do-it-all.
Yeah.
I like him, though.
Now, sticking with the Lakers, what are your thoughts on your boy, Super Mario Chalmers, and his comments about LeBron James? And before y'all, my thing is this. We live in a society, which that's his opinion and cool, but it's so easy to take shots at LeBron nowadays instead of just to say that nobody feared LeBron is crazy. You talk about KG, how he said we didn't fear LeBron, but when that's because LeBron was by himself when he was with Cleveland, when they all got together. Mario Chalmers being his teammate saying nobody feared LeBron, but I guarantee you behind closed doors and a lot of players probably fear LeBron because you hear what Al Horford said just a couple of days ago. Get that Game 7 in 2018 where all them guys were gassed and LeBron just had another gear that, that's what makes Kobe, LeBron, Jordan, those guys special because they have a different gear that even at your best, you're still not on that level.
Well, KG, speaking of when he was with Cleveland, he was a lot younger then. So, his prime years was in Miami. That was his thing. But, I mean, if you heard the comments that Chalmers said, I don't think it wasn't a knock on LeBron. When you got to listen to the whole thing. A lot of people pick what you say out of certain things, and he didn't. They basically talking about the matchup, like no one feared the matchup, because he also said that when guys were standing beside him, they feared him, but when it came to the matchup, they wasn't scared of the matchup with him. There's a difference. We can't let's not just pick words.
No, I heard the full content,
right,
because he was comparing against Jordan, and he made a statement saying, "Well, if you hear guys, they fear Jordan. I mean, that's not, for one." And somebody pointed it out, like Chalmers. How would you know who feared Jordan? You wasn't even around at that time.
But see, I think it was more or less of fearing the matchup, even the matchup with Jordan. I mean, you don't fear no man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you only fear God. But I think it was the matchup is what they were scared of. I mean, it's like I told you with Byron Scott and a lot of those guys were saying that, even Maxwell and all them, when you saw Chicago on the schedule, you're like, God, I gotta go deal with this guy. You know what I'm saying? That's more or less fearing the matchup, not the man itself. And I guess Chalmers was saying like, hey, Jordan was that dude. Guys were scared of him, as far as the on court matchup, not just the man. I mean, granted, MJ may have been a butthole, but who cares about that? You know what I'm saying? It's just on the court. I mean, so many people that actually play together. I mean, you made a point. Chalmers, how would you know unless someone said it to you because you didn't play? You didn't play
against Jordan.
So he probably could have just let that ride and not said anything about it.
Yeah,
what I mean?
Just keep listen.
Clickbait.
You can have your opinion, who you feel is better, but granted, this is all opinionated.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously he played with LeBron, but I mean, they kind of did have some static too.
Yeah, I mean, everybody don't like MJ. Like everybody's not gonna like LeBron. I mean, that's just the thing of it.
But see, the difference is the players that don't like Michael Jordan, they'll never talk down on him.
And I get
outside
that.
Outside of Isaiah,
right?
But that's because they have something personal.
Right.
The thing is, players that don't like LeBron are constantly always taking shots at him.
Yeah, that part I don't understand.
Yeah, like guys that, like you said, they don't care for Jordan, but they'll, no matter how they feel about him personally, even Isaiah will give Jordan his props. Like I said, they got some personal stuff, but they'll never. They treat him with the utmost respect.
Right.
Well, LeBron is always constantly shots for no reason.
Yeah, I don't get that part. I
don't
reason. Understand it.
You know what I mean?
I don't get it. And I mean, he's an upstanding guy too, so I don't understand it. I don't.
Chalmers' comments, they didn't come from a space of. I try to see it from your perspective too, where like maybe he's just saying the matchup, but like Terrence explained, he compared it next to Jordan's fear level, I guess, if we could put it into context. The way they fear Jordan on the court or the matchup of Jordan is how he compared the matchup with fearing LeBron.
Exactly.
And it's like, it's not even coming from a space of like, you have like definitive moments where you can tell us like some inside stuff that happened on the court where he said something or a player said something during the game.
Yeah.
You're just coming from a space of, to me, it sounds like you felt like this guy should have brought you to Cleveland or to the Lakers.
It sounded like it was something deeper than that.
Yeah, from a space of hate, anger, or disappointment or whatever. But it's not from a space of basketball. Like, hey, they feared Jordan or they didn't fear or they feared Kobe. It's not like that space.
I got one question for both of y'all, real quick. And my fault.
No.
What version of LeBron do you think was his best?
2013 or 20
in Miami.
I'm
right?
just saying Miami.
Miami,
right?
Best,
yeah.
So just for that, right? Chalmers only played with LeBron in Miami. That span of him playing in Miami was universally, most people would agree, was his best version.
Yeah.
If they didn't quote unquote fear that matchup, then they never would have feared LeBron. Because that was his best version. That's like Mike. Whatever Mike's best version of Mike, if you didn't fear that version of Mike, then you never feared Mike.
Well, that's the only reason. That's the only reason why I disagree with Chalmers. I disagree with him. slightly because I really think that Toronto really feared LeBron James. I really think
Atlanta. Remember, Atlanta won 60 games when you got swept.
Yeah,
Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers.
Him himself. I think he feared LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Brad Stevens caught the tail end of LeBron in Cleveland.
But once again, I think that evolves around the matchup.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think they were like, I got to deal with 6'8",
or
250 running through here. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Steve Kerr as well. His runs against Steve Kerr in Cleveland.
I mean,
and what's crazy is
all these coaches have constantly talked about how hard it is to stop this guy, how impossible it is to basically contain him.
Yeah. And
in this space or that space.
Yeah.
You made a great point with Steve Kerr, and we're gonna move on from this. After, Steve Kerr. If you remember the Warriors when they lost against LeBron, they came back 3-1. The alleged story was Draymond Green was in the parking lot and called Kevin Durant because they knew they couldn't beat him.
It's not alleged; it's a fact.
That's what I'm saying. So
Andre said they had to go get KD.
They had to get KD. Yeah. But see, and like I said, Mario Chalmers, you played in the league. I didn't. You've been in the locker room with LeBron. I didn't. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm just saying, like, the comparison, if he would have just said a non-comparison to Jordan, it just seems like a shot when you bring in Michael Jordan because Mike had nothing to do with the question. With the question. And it's like you can big up Michael Jordan without bringing up Kobe or LeBron. You can big up LeBron without ever bringing up Michael or Kobe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
but for him, come on. There's guys that feared playing against Shaq. There's guys that feared Mike. There's guys feared Kobe. So sit there and say that nobody in the league didn't fear LeBron when he got on the court to play. That's a little absurd.
And you know what I also took from that? He was a little salty because remember he said in the interview too, I was wide open when Ray Allen took that shot.
Yeah.
So it just seemed like he was just salty.
It was just
but that was the better option.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Mario, what are you talking about?
You want Bosh to make a whole U-turn,
right?
Find you in the corner.
In the corner.
That was a quick pass. I mean,
he
that was a quick pass.
He seen him there.
But Nam, you said it like how you said. It's something about maybe LeBron didn't
bring
him to Cleveland.
It's a locker
maybe
room
he
thing.
wanted that shot to be the one that Mario Chalmers saved LeBron's legacy.
You got a ring, bro.
The Kyrie shot.
You got two of them.
Yeah, you got a ring, dog.
And you got a college ring.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's some type of clout thing.
Yeah. Listen, shout out to Mario Chalmers.
Hold on, let me. I think didn't Norris Cole play for Cleveland?
He might have
with the Cavs after Miami.
I think so. Yeah,
that's what it's got to be.
He
brought Norris Cole over there. And he left him in Miami, and then he went to Memphis.
Chalmers,
and then somewhere overseas.
No, Chalmers went back to Kansas. He went back to Kansas to play.
Nah,
he played in Memphis. He brought Wade and Miller.
Yeah,
so he might be
Wade
pissed
Miller
about the fact, and Jones.
And
James Jones
and
you know what?
And Norris Cole.
Now it's starting to make some sense.
Norris Cole came over there.
Now it's starting to make a little bit of sense.
He brought everybody but
him. Hold on. But remember, when LeBron went to Miami, he brought Ilgauskas over to Miami for a year before he retired.
Yeah.
You know what? He probably would have brought Haslam, but he got steak in it.
He could have bought Bosh too if Bosh didn't have the heart thing.
You know what?
That's what it is.
To make some sense here.
I think
we
cracked the case. Here on 9 to 5 Sports, guys. We told sports, we do investigative reporting.
Yeah, we break it down. We break it down.
All right.
Forensics.
Real quick. We're going to take a quick vote.
BSIs.
And it's 3 of us, so I think we'll get MVP. Joel Embiid, Yoke, who you got? I got Joel Embiid.
Embiid all day. I'm going to ride with him.
What? I got the only villain from Gotham, man, Joker,
okay, well,
he never gets killed, but he always gets beat. So.
the only villain from Gotham. You got to.
Okay, so personally, I think Joel Embiid got robbed last year.
Yeah,
so we're gonna be like, here, damn, just take this.
No,
that's what we're doing.
So hold on. So okay,
he's proving himself.
Now, granted,
that's what we're doing.
Listen, I'm a firm believer of the MVP should be given out at the end of the whole season.
And
playoffs included.
I agree with that.
Playoffs included, because to me, you cannot be qualified to be an MVP and get bounced in the first or second round.
I agree.
That's fine.
I agree with that. And that's something they should have looked into changing.
Yeah, because remember, there was one year Dirk won the MVP and they lost to the Warriors.
The first round.
The first round. And it's like
it was the Warriors. Yeah,
it was the Warriors. Yeah, that was the
we believe.
Yeah,
but
Baron Davis.
But I agree with that. But then I do see why they break that up. MVP of the regular season and then Finals MVP, because it's easier for a team that, let's say, like March Madness. Okay. You didn't know like San Diego State was going to get there,
right?
No,
well, so what if that team, when they're not in playing today anyway, but what if that team would have won the championship? Now you're gonna say he's MVP of the league. You can't do that.
Some people's performance they go through the roof on different stages.
Right.
Yeah. So like Jamal Murray in the bubble.
Yeah.
Was different.
Yeah.
He could have, if let's say they win that year, he's Finals MVP.
Or your boy from the Warriors that won it.
Iggy?
Yeah.
Iggy, yeah.
He didn't ball out all year, but he did in the finals.
In the finals, yeah.
So it's a good breakup.
When I say for one, the Finals MVP is just it's strictly a Finals award.
Right.
So if Joel Embiid loses in the second round, but he does better than Jokic, if Jokic loses in the first round, obviously Joel Embiid would be the MVP. But if Jokic gets all the way to the finals and wins the finals, then it could be unanimous. You won the regular season MVP and the Finals MVP. So, or at least wait to the end of it, like for real.
Like a 6-time. Go ahead.
you like how he just
touche.
Yeah. So he's a 6-time Finals MVP?
Right.
5 times regular season MVP.
It's okay.
Okay.
Only reason is because some guy from Utah or something. But anyway,
he won too. Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's just my personal opinion. I think that Joel Embiid deserves to get one. And the last time they played, he OD'd on Jokic.
Okay, that's
he's gonna
fine.
get it.
It's not a matchup MVP. It's a regular season.
But that's the matchup that we all want to see.
Fine. But what has Embiid done in last year's numbers to this year's number to
usage?
Yeah.
He has James Harden for the whole season.
Joker's usage is like 48% versus Embiid. His rank usage versus Joel Embiid is lower than Embiid.
Offensive usage.
Yeah, through the team.
Okay. So this stat or analytics, does it include facilitating? Does assists count for you as a usage?
Well, I mean, what is usage?
That's what I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying.
Is usage just
that's pretty much the ball going through. That's pretty much the ball going through their individual on plays.
Okay, so Jokic is scoring and he's facilitating.
What is Embiid doing?
He's just scoring
and rebounding. But listen,
okay, Jokic is triple double.
Both of those are contributing to points.
Now, mind you, Embiid is what, 35 this year, 34.
What
points per game?
He's up there.
So last year he was 30 or 31.
He was like 30.
So
yeah.
You got one more layup, and so this guy on the other side has gotten more points per game, almost 5. So 2 shots, I guess, and more assists. And his team is number 1.
So let me ask you
how
this.
is that not? How is that? If we're talking about wins and usage, how is that not?
I'm saying
MVP.
You're the analytics guy. I mean, go take a look at it.
No, I'm asking y'all. How do y'all not see what I don't see?
Watch this. Okay, statistically,
right,
analytically, James Harden was better than Kobe Bryant. Had better numbers because he had the assists, he had more rebounds, and the points was up there. But who would you say was better? Who would you say would deserve the MVP out of the two? From the eye test.
What we talking about?
Kobe at his best, at his peak, when he was averaging 35 a game. Remember, there was a year James Harden when he won an MVP.
James Harden was in the league then, so we're not doing these what ifs.
No,
these guys are in the league at the same time.
I know that, but just based off the numbers,
you're telling me 2 different time frames. that's invalid. Because if that's the case, I'll throw Wilt in there. Well, who do you think is better? We're talking about the same guys are playing in the same year.
Yeah, he ducked that.
You understand me?
He ducked that question.
No, I answered.
He played duck goose right there.
I answered the question. You're bringing two different time frames. Kobe in his prime and Harden in his prime.
I'm just basing it off the numbers because you brought up the numbers. I'm basing off the
my numbers are based in the same year. Like they both played this year. They didn't play 5 years apart.
It's gonna be Embiid.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, Embiid.
It's gonna be Embiid because
gonna win that.
Not only that, because you gotta look at it too.
You can't use that, bro.
He gonna win this one.
Look, you can't use that.
He gonna win. He gonna win this year.
All reason
That's crazy to me.
Reason why I say Embiid is because for one, Denver's team is built different than Philly. They're more stacked. They're more stacked than Philly. Okay. And once again, the usage, ball going through the player, the usage of Embiid going through his team
is different.
Is totally different than the usage of going. Yeah, please pull up.
Hold on. And then James Harden runs the offense in Philly. Jokic, he facilitates and run the offense through in Denver, so it's different.
They're still number one.
They still run two different, but they run two different styles.
I'm just saying, 3 years in a row you've had the best team and you've done nothing.
Absolutely,
give it to Embiid. Give it to Embiid.
Because it's here, damn. That's what you do to your little
no,
brother.
That's not what it is.
Hey, look,
he's proven.
Here,
listen,
damn.
He's proven.
Listen, we gonna switch it up.
He's proven.
Wow to me, man.
Because we only got like 4 more minutes. We're gonna switch it up. Hall of Famers. Some of the notable ones: Pau Gasol, Dirk Nowitzki, Tony Parker, and my main man Dwayne Wade.
Don't forget Becky Harmon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have the list on me, so I apologize for not giving a full list. But those are some of the notable Hall of Famers. Did Manu Ginobili get? Is he a Hall of Famer?
He's already in.
He's already in
He
there.
got it last year.
He's in there with Duncan.
Yeah, last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade, man. Obviously, we all know about that. Pau Gasol was the one, and I used to argue with people back in the day. I said, "Yo, Pau Gasol is a Hall of Famer.
Well deserved.
He's never going to be a Hall of Famer. Kobe never." I said, "Listen, Pau Gasol before he got with the Lakers. See, a lot of people didn't really know Pau Gasol because he was playing in Memphis.
Right.
But Pau Gasol was like that before he came to the Lakers. That's the reason why the Lakers gave up so much to get him.
Right.
So shout out to Pau Gasol, Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, who I think is, if not the second or third greatest power forward of all time, but that's an argument for another time. And Tony Parker, I knew he was going to be a Hall of Famer. Any thoughts on that real quick before we wrap this up?
Only problem I got with is Jimmy Valvano just now getting in. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying? This guy was coaching NC State in the 80s. Every year you have the Valvano vocation. Yeah, and I'm like, why is he just getting in now? Why? I don't get that.
Yeah.
And I got a question for you guys, man.
What's up?
Real quick. Pop, winningest coach in history.
Uh-huh.
Got 5 titles.
Uh-huh.
Is he not better than Phil Jackson?
Nope.
Why? Because Phil Jackson got 11 titles?
Yeah.
But he's the winningest coach in history, which means he's won more games.
Well, he's still coaching. Phil stopped coaching, 10 years ago?
So
if Phil was still coaching now, he would have.
Right, so the longevity part doesn't play a favor in there.
Oh,
right?
no. See,
I see what
I'm
you're
asking.
check me out.
I'm asking the question.
Look,
I'm asking the question.
We got to wrap it up because we got like 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Check me out. You know why they don't throw him up there?
Right. Why?
The media, the same thing they did for Jordan.
Okay, yeah. On that note,
that doesn't work. That doesn't work, people.
We're gonna wrap this
that
up.
doesn't work.
It's the end of the episode. It's your boy T.
Hey man, it's your man TJ.
It's the media.
It sucks. That sucks. It sucks, man.
All right.
Media.
Later.